Hello, gentle viewer, and welcome to another installment of Once More with Rhyming. I'm Rumor, and today I would like to share the court cards of the Fool for Tarot deck, reciting their corresponding limericks, because we are once again approaching the Day of Love, which inspires me to recite some poetry as I did last year. And as we all know, limericks are for lovers. So let's begin. Beginning with the Wands suit, we have the Page. There once was a vampire from Blighty, whose girlfriend was weakened and flighty. She'd been thrashed by a mob, so he made it his job to venture where they'd become mighty. The Knight. There once was a Captain Peroxide, whose hair used to look like a fox hide. He'd been such a dandy, but now he's just randy to punch demons down at the dockside. The Queen. A vampire with sexual attraction, charmed Slayer, and finally saw action. He knew what he wanted and skillfully flaunted his passion to her satisfaction. The King. There once was a vampire with soul who achieved his champion role. He would follow this through, showing how much he grew, and now Sunny D's just a sinkhole. Moving on to the sword suit, which in this deck is Spikes. The Page. A new vamp in town, but quick study. Filmed Buffy with help from his buddy. Learned her moves on repeat, then thought chaos was neat when rain made the others all nutty. The Knight. There once was a boyfriend, Blondie Bear. Finding the gem was his only care. Harm had hoped that perchance they could travel to France, but she only got into his hair. Queen. A vamp with no soul but keen insight. Knew elbow from arse and called bullshite. Were the rest very stoned, or was he just alone, knowing truth and that he's always right? The King. There was a young vamp who'd slayed slayers. With time, he would add deeper layers. From student to teacher, he finally could reach her, advising the one on her scares. The Cup suit of cups of cocoa, beginning with the Page. There once was a poet named Pratt, who fancied from right where he sat, spoke his heart through his pen, and loved deep even when naivety made him a prat. The Knight. There was a bloke love made its bitch. Through his veins did it run thick as pitch. Crushed so hard he stalked, bitch, I'm out for a walk, and sought love spells by threatening a witch. The Queen. There was a big bad with a gun, unworthy of the chosen one. In his face did she scoff, so he'd blow her head off, till for solace she needed someone. The King. There once was a champion with heart, whose feelings are what made him smart. From her lover to pal, he gave Buffy morale. before she split Caleb apart. And finally, the Pentacles suit as represented by the Bloomin' Onion. The Page. Call him Doctor or Ian Randy Giles. He could network with demons for miles. He'd play kitten poker or hide eggs, that joker, scoring intel or cash with his wiles. The Knight. There once was a vamp without invite. Reckless antics had cost him this right, but he earned back her trust, being loyal and just, till the end of the world would he fight. The Queen. There was an undead British nanny who didn't just care for Buff's fanny. Dawn had his protection and earnest affection, played warbucks to this orphan Annie. The King. There once was a lord of his manor, turned crypt into home with a spanner. It wasn't all rosy, but she found it cozy. With work, it showed taste and some manner. So there are the Courts of the Fool for Tarot deck. As you can imagine, yes, indeed, I've been losing my ever-loving mind over the recent news this past week that Sarah Michelle Gellar is returning in her role as Buffy. Now, what this would mean for a character like Spike, and Angel for that matter, who knows? I mean, unless they're going to CGI those dudes, they're vampires and aren't supposed to physically age. So I don't know if those actors could be in the series based on that. But like I said, it's amazing what they can do with graphics these days. So who knows? But I'm not trying to set any specific expectations for this. I am just putting my faith in SMG that, as she promises, if they do it, they will do it right. So that is just fan-freaking-tastic, or should I say fang-tastic. See what I did there? This week, I want to express my love for you once again in the spirit of the holiday. So many thanks, much love. I am feeling effulgent indeed. Bye-bye.